So we're going to see how prepared I am for this. Dropping stuff. Answer, not prepared. Butterfingers. Okay. It's Sunday, which means it's time for a Stash Cast. And, there we go. So, before we get into that, I'm Aradia Noir, your resident witch and creatrix over at Aradia's Hand and Danae's Divine, where I create myth, magic, and meaning for your everyday life through art, intuition, and energy work. And on Sunday, we talk about our stash. What is stash, you say? Well, stash is a collection of anything that you use in your artwork. You can also stash other things, like actually any collection of anything can be a stash. For those of us in the art world, or craft, or both, or whatever, it's usually buttons, beads, sequins, fabric, yarn, thread. Also, though, for me, it includes tools, which is what we've been focusing on over the last couple of weeks. So, I love vintage tools, which is what we're talking about today and what we talked about last week. In case you missed it, make a note. I just leave the keyboard on my lap, maybe, right? Anyway. And then this week, then we're gonna go contemporary again, modern. You know, those words mean like things other than what people think they mean. So, yeah, what's considered like modern actually is a wider swath of time than like just right now, like this last 100 years. I just spliced these two videos together because my phone decided that it didn't want this video to be any longer than 1 minute and 57 seconds, and that's not going to work for me, so we're just going to kind of, by the way, pick up where we left off. So if there's this weird jump at the beginning of this video, like about 2 minutes in, yeah, that's fine. So anyway, we're talking about tools today, and I got a vintage tool, and it's called the Magic Loom. There are 3 sizes. There's this one, and the one. Now, these are circa 1950, and for illustrative purposes, the square, right? Unassuming square. And then the little spokes come out. Now, if you watched last week's, which it's links below, in case you're wondering, this is very similar as a tool. It's just, instead of it spinning, it slides, basically. And also, it's only in squares. Now, a little funny story about this is I got this because, like, somebody died or something. Nonchalant, somebody died. It was like a aunt or great aunt, and you know, she apparently was into needle crafts and yarn crafts and stuff like that, and her niece was like, I don't know what these are or what to do with them. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah, obviously. Need another tool? Of course I do. So my little kit, which came in this little box, actually came with instructions, which is cool. I didn't have to search the internet. And another funny thing about this is because it came with instructions, and because so often these things don't come with instructions, I actually put the instructions up like on the internet and be like, hey, look, if anybody is looking for information about how to use this, just send me an email and I'll send you the instructions. Like I photocopied it forever ago, because you can't, like, there's a limit to what you can search on the internet. In fact, what I might need to do is I might need to just find that post wherever the hell it is and just, like, put it on the internet and be like, hey, if you want these, you can download them here. Just send them to my website. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. Can I remember to do that? Probably not. So anyway. And of course, I've closed the thing that I need, so like I don't have my notes in front of me, so I'm just like talking out of my ass right now, which is great. And don't mind me opening my notes. All right. So But like last week's, they're for making motifs, and motifs are just like little bits, little things. And you put a bunch of these little bits together, and then you have a larger bit. Yeah. So, I haven't used these yet. Oh, the other funny story I had to. So, if you want to find vintage tools, which I didn't mention this last week because I didn't think about it because it wasn't relevant to that. But this it is. Check on Etsy. Every now and you'll find a vintage tool. Now, the funny thing is, and I will not name names because I don't think that's nice, I went and found these, having forgotten that I had all 3 of them. Because I found a full set on Etsy. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I want those. And I got them, and they were not in the greatest of conditions. In fact, they were not workable, like straight up. So, one, buyer beware, right? But sometimes you can find vintage things. Now, I was lucky, and I got these from somebody who took really good care of them. And so I had everything. I had the box. I have there's a little needle that goes with it for weaving. I've got the instructions, but that's not always the case. And so you can try to check Etsy. I guess you could check eBay too. I'm not an eBay person, personally. But I know a bunch of people who are. And you can just, happen upon them in the wild. In the public. Good luck with that one though. But there you go. And if for some reason you have a magic loom and you don't have the instructions, send me a message and I'll send them to you. Easy peasy. Right. So like I said, I haven't used these yet. Mostly because I have so much to do. I just haven't gotten around to it. And again, recapping last week, I think this would be great for little remnants, little tiny things. This is also like a good travel thing. Like it's not very big. And unlike the spokes from last week, which looked like they could stab you and would hurt maybe, these things are rounded and like they're smaller. And because they slide, I think if you hit them, they would just pop back into the square. So yeah, no, that's it. Now, if you'd like to see a picture of this, you can scroll into the post below and you'll see it. I've only got the picture of the one. If I can recall, we're not gonna make promises here, but let's see. Actually, upload. Yeah, we're gonna have to take new pictures. This really sucks because I already had pictures of these, and now I just like thought of a better picture to take, and I'm just like, man, we should have just like done that. Okay, look, I like to think of things, after I've already started. Yeah, it's a good time. But if you want to see a picture of these and what they look like, in and out, it's in the post below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you hit that link at the very top, it'll send you over to Patreon. There you go. See what's good. See what's going on there. Gosh, I think that's it. Actually, if there's a way for me to set the download up for this on Patreon, like if I can upload it so that you can download it, I'll do that instead, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not promising anything because I don't know that I can do that. We're gonna find out. I'm not really sure. Yeah. I don't know. But yes, picture. I don't have a link for this because I don't know where you can get one. But there's something similar which I linked to last week and I'll link to again this week. It's not the same exact idea, but it's a small loom that makes a motif. There you go. That's there you go. And the motifs for this one and the motifs for the Knitwit that I shared last week are not the same kind. But it's the same basic process, I guess. And I guess part of why they're different than what I'm going to share with you is that there's this like U slide these out, but the side that you're working on is that side. So there's nothing, you know, these things aren't catching. And so you've got like a canvas basically to hold the things on. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Backboard. Working surface. So thanks. My question for you is, it's fidgety as hell. Do you have one of these? Have you ever seen one? Have you ever used one? Do you have like a relative who had them? Do you have fond memories of them? Do you have nightmares about them? Or do you have one and you don't have the instructions? I mean, whatever. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I think that's everything. So, also linked below, my website's Already's Hand and Denise Devine, where you can find me and my work and whatnot, and you know, also other types of conversation on the blog whenever I post there, which you need to get back to that. And my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I like to hang out the most. And for those of you who've stayed to the end of this video, this random, disorganized video, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's announcement. Tomorrow is the 13th. Monday motivation. So we'll see if I can keep this chipper energy up until tomorrow. That's funny for reasons that you don't understand. Don't worry about it though. It's fine. That's it. So just real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody who's here. Part of my Patreon community, if you're watching this on YouTube, being part of my community there, it really makes like my day that you hang out with me and that you're interested in what I have to say and that you want to, you know, digress with my kooky ass, because whoo yeah, cuckoo bananas over here all the time. Wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know that I could function any other way. Like, I can't conceive of what that looks like. No. But it means a lot that you're here. Like, you could be doing, I don't know, anything else. Taking a nap, eating snacks. I mean, you can eat snacks and hang out with me. That's fine. I'm okay with it. You don't have to share with the rest of the class. It's good. I got my own snacks. I'm not gonna share with you because they're mine. Like, for real. But it means a lot that you're here. I know that you could be doing anything with your time, and time is super valuable because you don't get more of it. And once it's gone, it is gone. So it means a lot that you choose to spend your time, any time with me, doing, you know, what I'm doing, because it's super weird and stuff. It's like, you know, my Patreon's like a mini podcast because it's a lot more frequent than a podcast typically is. It's also a lot shorter. For the most part. Not all of it's free. It's okay. It's okay. So, that's it. So long. Farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. And I will see you, hopefully bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, tomorrow. Toodles.